80s, 90s, 2000, yeah.
That's it. One a decade.
Say that again, what?
One each decade, I think.
One female each decade.
So in 4 years, you're up.
Okay, so,
Miller, one of the two.
so can the four of you please tell me the most significant point or part or aspect or experience that you had as a female president with PATS?
Sure, let's start with Cecile.
Most significant was, well, it was pretty overwhelming. First of all, to have been nominated by Denny Clark and Mark Taylor to run for president-elect. And I think having a balanced budget and, you know, just being ahead of everything when it was just so new, and so it's such a small organization compared to what it is today. It was maybe 300 members at the time. So I don't know if I answered your question. But, you know, a balanced budget was big because we had very little money, and we had to run the convention. It had to not make money, at least it had to break even, and it did not always break even. Usually. So when I came on, we just tried to make sure that we didn't lose money.
Mine was transition. We were transitioning between certification and licensure, so I think I'm the bridge for that transition. We were still fighting with the PT board about our rules and regs and the wording of the rules and regs while we were simultaneously starting the third, I guess it would be the third cycle of going for licensure, but we were on the right track at that point. We could see the light, and it wasn't a train coming at us. It was actually the light of licensure in the distance, and having both things going on at the same time. And at that time, John Hoth's son was very, very ill, so I lost him. I was the president-elect. I lost John for a series of months as he took care of his son, as he should have. And I had to step in and then step back out. But it was nice because Joe Izzy then stepped back in as past president, so we kind of made it work at a very difficult time, but we were that transition group. And actually Julie was on the state board advisory, the AT advisory committee for the state board and OT at the time. So we had lots of dynamic going on there, but my transition.
During my term, was the passing of the rules and regulations. Believe it or not, all this time to get this passed. And then also we started seeing the numbers improve and increase in membership. We had gone from the NHA, started collecting the dues for PATS, and we saw membership numbers up, and then we started seeing our budget also going into the six-figure range, which was something that it had never been. So we started seeing we were more financially, we were more secure, we were able to start doing more things. And actually during my tenure was also, we did the first strategic plan. So it was kind of neat. We went out to Indian Lake and we sat and we did our very first strategic plan for PATS, and that's where we came up with the PATS acronym. So, but a lot of things happening during that time, and it's interesting to see how it took that long of time to get rules and regulations from
It started with
Well,
sales
yeah,
group.
we were still fighting for
Yeah.
PTs then, and yeah, it was dark. There was no light at that time.
Yeah.
It was still in the dark. It was not good.
So I guess during my president-elect presidency, I saw the completion of the licensure, which was awesome. It was actually during Greg's presidency, but I was president-elect at that point, so that was awesome. And then I also got to see the fruits of the labor that these ladies did, because we had that budget, so now we were able to hire an executive director, and we put all that into place, so the job description and salaries, and we went through the process of securing an executive director. And I believe, and I probably will always believe, that that is one of the strongest things we could do for our society, because now when we're going to Harrisburg and we're meeting with other groups, it's our executive director talking to their executive director, not a different face every 2 years like it had been. because we would go, a little history, we would go and they would see Julie for 2 years, and then they'd see Tom for 2 years, and then Greg for 2, and then me for 2. Now it's the same face. So we've been able to make some strong connections that way too. So I think that's probably, I was able to capitalize off of what they had done, and other presidents in between, obviously.
Lindsey, hold tight for a second.